Hey, everybody. Have you ever wondered what you should eat before and after your workout? Have you ever been told that fasted training or fasted cardio is the best way to lose fat, look better, and perform better? Well, today I'm going to share with you that that is actually the opposite, and that the problem is that the diet industry, and I'm going to dig at the bodybuilding world, they've been sharing that fasted training is the best way to tap into stored fat. But in reality, fasted training is actually going to make your workouts feel worse. It's going to make you hungrier. And there's also a lot of other consequences. So if you are curious to know what I should eat or what you should eat before and after your workout, grab a pen and paper, get your questions ready, and let's dive in. My name is Coach Rose Peterson, and I'm a certified nutrition coach, personal trainer, and founder of Fit and Confident Academy. And we are going to jump in. Before I hold on, let me just change something over here. Before I jump in, if you're watching live, type live. If you're watching the replay, type replay. This helps me so much get this message out to the people that need to hear it. And I'm streaming in multiple places. So if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to know where you're joining us from. All right. So here's the thing. The problem with fasted training, especially for women, is that the way that our brain processes how we train, how we regulate glucose is different from men. And this all is happening in the hypothalamus. And a lot of studies and research that was done with nutrition and training has been with men, but there has been a lot more female athlete studies coming out on how do women process sugar, process fatty acids, process glycogen. It's different from men. And women actually have an increased sensitivity to if we don't have food. Okay. So if we're going in fasted, this is going to signal to our brain that we are in a low energy state. Yeah, I was looking down at my notes. And when our brain thinks and knows we are in a low energy state and we're trying to do this workout, it's going to signal to the body to start conserving. So, meaning the next time you eat fat or carbs, it's going to want to hold on to it for dear life instead of letting you use it for your workouts or for your daily activity. And research has shown that when 4 days of this happen, so let's say you get into some routine of waking up early, going straight to the gym, you only had water, maybe some coffee, but basically you have no calories in your diet. Your body has these messages. Here we go. We're going to train in a low energy state again. And after 4 days of seeing this, researchers have seen a decrease in thyroid function, a decrease in quality of sleep. So the deep sleep is not happening. You're not getting good quality of sleep. And we fall into this low energy availability, which affects our menstrual cycle. So if you're already concerned, I mean, the menstrual cycle is for women, that's our check engine light of our health, right? And when it's not regular, there are things going on. And we should have a healthy, normal, predictable cycle. And one of the ways that we know things are going on is when our cycle is irregular. Then we know there are other things going on. So for women, there is a secondary layer of why we don't want to train fasted. Now, for men, they don't want to train fasted either. So the rules I'm about to share with you are going to apply for both men and women. And this is exactly how I eat before I work out, after I work out, and the exact recommendations I give to all of my clients. So if you're a dude hopping in, listen to this, because the way that we feed ourselves is going to ensure that we're going to get the outcome that we desire. Why are we going to the gym in the first place? We're probably trying to put on some muscle mass. We're probably trying to lose a little fat, and we want to do it in the most efficient way possible. And when we're going in fasted, it's kind of like trying to drive your car with one of the tires being flat. Okay. So it's like you're not being efficient. You have a tire that's dragging you backwards while you're trying to go forward. So why don't we optimize our nutrition so that we can actually achieve our goal? Okay, so many of you guys know I'm a big advocate of strength training, and that is the best way to grow muscle mass, which more muscle in our body is also going to equal a faster metabolism. Muscle is more metabolically active, which also means we get to eat more food. Our muscles require more calories to keep. So when I have a client that is looking for fat loss, we are 100% going to start with strength training as a form of exercise so that in the long run, we are building our bank account of metabolism. When we're building that muscle, it's a long game, but we're building the bank account of increasing our metabolism over time. And not only that, but you're going to look a hell of a lot better when you lose 20 pounds and you have muscle to show off, right? Versus if you lose 20 pounds through cardio or through boot camp style workouts that aren't helping you build muscle, that's going to be a whole nother story. But if you are doing a smart training program where you're increasing your weights week to week, because in order to grow muscle, you need time, you need to be able to have stimulus to your muscle that is harder week to week. Okay. So we have to challenge our muscles week to week by going up in weights. And that's nearly impossible to do in a boot camp style workout where you don't even know how many reps you're doing. You're probably doing 50, 100, 200 reps of something, which at that point is just pure cardio, right? Because you're not going to be able to lift that much. Okay, so really quick, I want to say hi to Elena, hi to Mike, hi to Jessica for watching live. Thank you guys so much for being here. Okay, so what to eat before and after and when, the timing, okay? So ideally, best case scenario, you eat about 2 hours before your workout. And we're going to have a carb, a fat, and a protein. Okay. For men, I would say 2 palms of protein. Okay. Which would probably for them could be about 35 to 40 grams. For women, it's going to be 1 palm of protein, which I would say 20, 25 grams of protein. And then if it's 2 hours away, we want a slow digesting carb because by the time we want to go to the gym, we want to have that glucose availability to use that as energy so we can freaking crush it. Okay. So slow digesting would be something like oatmeal. It would be brown rice over white rice. It would be a whole potato or sweet potato that is like maybe roasted and whole, not mashed because that actually digests pretty quick. Trying to think what else is slow digesting. So think about your whole grains, oatmeal, brown rice. This is if it's 2 hours away. Okay. Then the next best case scenario would be 60 to 90 minutes before your workout. And we're going to shift to fast digesting carbs. So a fast digesting carb would be like your white rice, white bread, white pasta. It could be a fruit smoothie, and all the fruits are your fast digesting carbs. It could be, you know what? I'm a simple girl. I like things easy. I literally have almost every single day pre-workout a Greek yogurt or 2. And the reason I say or 2 is because I want to have at least 25 grams of protein in it. So depending on the serving size, and a banana. That is like the perfect pre-workout meal. Now, if that banana is yellow or riper, that's considered fast digesting. If the banana is more on the green side, that's going to be a slower digesting carb. So that will last you a lot longer. Okay, so then, oh, and I also had mentioned a fat, but if you do have a fat, we want to do it 10 grams of fat or less. And the 10 grams of fat or less is going to be before and after. Okay, so the same rules apply for post-workout. Now, for women, I would prefer you eat within 30 minutes of your workout. 30 minutes to an hour would be best, so that we can signal to the brain that we are replenishing. what we just used. Because the more that we put ourselves in low energy availability, the more we put ourselves in the fasted state, it's going to signal to the hypothalamus that we need to conserve. And the next time we're going to have these things, we're going to hold on to it. Okay. So we want to replenish what we used up. Okay. So recommendation still: 1 palm of protein, 2 cupped handfuls of carbs, 1 or 2. For men, I would do 2 cupped handfuls, which would be 30 to 50 grams of carbs. For women, 30 to 40 grams of carbs post-workout, and less than 10 grams of fat. The lesser, the better. And the reason being is that the fat kind of slows down the digestion of the protein and the carb. And I want to get that protein and that carb into your bloodstream, into your muscle as soon as possible. Now, that's best case scenario. So, this is the time. Typically, my post-workout meal is like my typical meal. It could be a lunch at Chipotle. It could be maybe I had an evening workout. It would be my dinner. Okay. So typically, my post-workout meal is going to be like my big meal, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes, because I want to have it immediately, it will be a protein powder that I shook up in a protein shaker and a banana. Because remember, banana is like my favorite pre and post workout item because it's quick, it's portable, and it digests very quickly. My other favorite post workout carb would be white rice, which people think that might be crazy, but white rice is very nutritious, and it's been demonized by the low carb community, and the health, actually in the health community too, that like white rice is worse and brown rice is better. But to be honest, white rice is better. And there's a host of other reasons why I gravitate towards white rice, and they're nutrient reasons. But white rice is like one of the best, most digestible carbs that you can have. Now, where some people get into trouble is they don't have the balance of carbs, protein, fats in their diet, and they might be eating way more carbs, and it has nothing to do with the rice. It's just that they're already eating more rice than anything else. So for men and women, post-workout, we're going to want to eat within 30 minutes, but for women, within 30 minutes, for sure. But for men, it actually isn't as sensitive. Like you can probably eat within, an hour or two and you'd be fine. Studies have shown even if it's several hours later, you're still fine. But I do like my clients to try to eat within 1 or 2 hours. That's it. That is it. So let me know your questions. I say, and some of you might be thinking, but I'm going to the gym to lose weight. Why would I eat before and after? Well, first of all, we want to have a good workout. Second of all, we want to tell our brain that we're not in a fasted state continuously. And like I said, after 4 days, your brain starts to downregulate other processes because there's like, here we go again. She's going to train me fasted. So we're going to have to slow down and conserve. And the next time we're going to eat those fats or carbohydrates, we're going to hold on to them as much as possible instead of allowing Rose to use them as energy during this workout, because she's gonna torture me again. So within 4 days, your body is going to start doing that. And it's also going to down regulate your thyroid, right? Because if our thyroid is slower, our metabolism's slower, and we can conserve energy more. So it's doing it out of a necessity, your body, because we're just not getting enough calories in, and especially not getting enough calories in around effort, around a hard workout. So again, if your goal is fat loss, that just means that the rest of your day, we're paying attention to what we eat. And fat loss only happens one way, which is eating less calories than we burn. It's called the law of thermodynamics. It doesn't really matter where those calories come from, as long as you're eating less than you burn. So what I mean is it doesn't matter is the law of thermodynamics doesn't care. Okay. So it doesn't care if you're getting those carbs from all meat I'm sorry, getting those calories from all meat. It doesn't care if you're getting it from all carbs. It doesn't care if you're getting it from all protein. Your body just wants balance. So if you're feeding it less calories than the body burns, it's forced to tap into stored tissue for energy balance. So your body will tap into stored fat and muscle for energy balance. Now, the reason I have my clients practice flexible dieting and macro counting is because we want to make sure that we're providing the body with a certain amount of protein, a certain amount of carbs, and a certain amount of fats for health and for body composition reasons. So if we don't give a shit about our health and we just want to be skinny, you could eat whatever you want as long as it's a calorie deficit. But if we actually want to look good and put some muscle on our body and have some energy, then we want to have this certain amount of an energy both ways, like by building muscle and by keeping our hormones happy. Because it also, if our fats are too low, so some people out there I talk to are doing a low fat diet. If the fats are too low, that also disrupts healthy hormones. So that's why each client I work with, we make sure that we have the right amount of fats, the right amount of protein, and the right amount of carbs. Because we're not just trying to lose weight, we're trying to be in the best shape of our life and the most energetic version of our lives. Okay. As a matter of fact, there's a company out there, actually a lot of companies, a lot of supplement companies or diet program companies. And one of them that's kind of popular right now is Optavia. And that is a very low calorie diet that doesn't give a shit what happens to your muscle, what happens to your hormones, what happens to do your nutrients in your body. And they just want to give you the lose weight fast result. So what happens is they put you on a very low calorie diet with prepackaged food, and you're basically eating manufactured food that it basically is just processed diet food. Um, I would compare it kind of to like Nutrisystem from years ago. The Nutrisystem was like this food shipped to your house. Optavia is that, and they are, for lack of a better term, they're greenwashing their program by also providing you with a coach, aka someone who sells you the product, and they try to share some healthy habits with you so that it seems like a well-rounded approach. But it's actually detrimental. They probably have the highest rate of regain out of every diet that I've heard of. Well, actually, lots of diets have regain, but lately it's been in my community a lot where I'm here. People are asking me questions about that, and it's just they don't really care about your health. They just want to provide you that fast results, even if there's health consequences. So anyway, you're here and listening to me because we don't want to have those health consequences. We want to look good and feel good and create a shape that we're happy with. We want to look good underneath our clothes and we want to look good with our clothes on. And doing this in the most sustainable way that actually lose the weight and keep it off for life, right? Not lose the weight and you gain it all right back if you're off that program. So if this was helpful, I would love to know in the comments, what do you like to eat pre and post workout? If you were training fasted, are you now going to train with food? Did I convince you? I mean, my job's not to convince, it's more to educate, but let me know if you try it. A couple of announcements. I do have, which Elena, I'm going to send that over to you. I do have a free 10-minute strength workout if you are interested in starting a strength training program. And this is great for people who are either needing something for travel, because a lot of people are, now it's warmer, people are going on vacation. So you could do this in your hotel room. You could do this visiting your mom. All you need is a couple dumbbells and a band. Or if you're a beginner wanting to get into strength training and you just want to start with 10 minutes a day to create a new habit of training, it's got arm day, leg day, and a core and conditioning day and built-in rest days. So it's a 21-day program. If you'd like that free workout, type workout in the comments and I'll send it over to you. And then secondly, I am teaching a masterclass / workshop. And the reason I'm calling it a workshop is you're going to create your plan on that workshop tomorrow. And that Sorry, I'm saying hi to the people who are on Instagram. It's called Mastering Fat Loss After Age 35, where I'm going to share with you 2 simple strategies to lose the weight and keep it off while also eating the food you love every single day. Because I believe that the best way, easiest way, and the way that you'll actually keep it off is by eating the food you love every single day. And if that's a scoop of ice cream at night every day, like my client Jenna, who lost 20 pounds with a scoop of ice cream every night, we're going to make it happen. Okay. So in this workshop, you're going to build your macro plan. So that's why I call it a workshop. You're going to learn exactly what type of exercise to implement for women over 35, because there is new strategies. So we're going to talk about that. And if you're interested in learning more, hi, Angelica. Thanks for hopping in. This is a free workshop. Just type workshop in the comments and we'll send you an invite. There is a replay available for a small fee if you're interested in that. And that's it. So until next time, this is Coach Rose. Thank you for watching the live. Thank you for watching the replay. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye-bye.